ही तो है इसकी खास बात।
वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है।
अरे मेरे राजा,
मसाला।
The biggest takeaway of each meeting with the Prime Minister when we come out is the abundant love he has got for Tamil culture and Tamil people. That is like, you can see he gets very excited. And when I had the opportunity to meet him in Delhi before his Tamil Nadu visit, I just opened my mouth, sir, we welcome you to Tamil Nadu, next week you're coming to Chennai. Immediately became like a child. He's like, yeah, I'm coming, I want to meet, I'm very excited to come to Tamil Nadu. His love for Tamil Makkal, that is something which you got to be there to realize it. I don't think any non-Tamilian who's not born in Tamil Nadu, born somewhere in the country, the kind of love he has got for Tamil Makkal, Tamil culture, Tamil people, I don't think anybody in the world has got that except Honorable Prime Minister. That is why we keep telling that he has got that Purva Janma connection to Tamil Nadu. So that he becomes like a child. He becomes very enthusiastic. So that is something, a key takeaway every time you walk out. Something related to Tamil Nadu, Tamil culture, he gets excited. He talks about the oldest language in the world, Tamil. He talks about our rich heritage, the quality of the architecture here, the finesse with.
Rahul's latest vote chori hydrogen bomb a dud. After back-to-back poll failures, vote chori backfires. Another vote chori claim, another brutal fact check. Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
For all cardiothoracic surgery of some level of complexity, you had to travel outside India?
Outside India at that time. There were a few hospitals who were doing, general hospitals.
Why was this the case? Our doctors were not trained in it?
Because they were not trained and they did not have the backup. But there was no technology that was happening, was not adopted because of this costly import duty was 320% and nobody attempted it.
So only the rich,
only
the rich could
and
afford
the powerful.
to live.
Powerful is people who got influence with the government.
Yes.
The government paid for them. Prime Minister Narasimha, he went to Houston. All the Chief Minister Ramarao, all of them I sent to Houston. The government paid for all of them.
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में एक हाइकिंग शिप भी बन सकती है।
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा हार्डकोर मसाला। भारत की अपनी दुकान, इंडिया सोना,
अपने देश का सामान, इंडिया सोना, इंडिया सोना,
इंडिया सोना। MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला।
त्योहार की खुशियाँ होंगी डबल। हुंडई सुपर डिलाइट डेज में आपकी मनपसंद कार्स पर मिल रही है कमाल के डील्स। वैसे लोगे तो आप हुंडई चाहे दिल की सुनो या डील्स की।
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात।
वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है।
अरे मेरे राजा,
The biggest takeaway of each meeting with the Prime Minister when we come out is the abundant love he has got for Tamil culture and Tamil people. That is like, you can see he gets very excited. And when I had the opportunity to meet him in Delhi before his Tamil Nadu visit, I just opened my mouth, sir, we welcome you to Tamil Nadu. Next week you're coming to Chennai. Immediately became like a child. He's like, yeah, I'm coming. I want to meet. I'm very excited to come to Tamil Nadu. His love for Tamil Makkal. That is something which you got to be there to realize it. I don't think any non-Tamilian who's not born in Tamil Nadu, born somewhere in the country, the kind of love he has got for Tamil Makkal, Tamil culture, Tamil people, I don't think anybody in the world has got that except Honorable Prime Minister. That is why we keep telling that he has got that Purva Janma connection to Tamil Nadu. So that he becomes like a child. He becomes very enthusiastic. So that is something, a key takeaway every time you walk out. Something related to Tamil Nadu, Tamil culture, he gets excited. He talks about the oldest language in the world, Tamil. He talks about our rich heritage, the quality of the architecture here, the finesse with which our temples are made. So all those very deep study. Recently we brought out a book also, Prime Minister's connection to Tamil Nadu. So it's a big compendium of everything he has done for the state. So when we had the opportunity to present this to the Honorable PM also, and I made an attempt to tell him that even big leaders, big politicians within Tamil Nadu don't have this body of work with respect to what they have spoken for Tamil Nadu. And PM is like, no, that I always love Tamil people, I always love Tamil culture, right from my Gujarat time, right from my Pracharak time. So it comes for me naturally from within my personality. So that is something that is very amazing for all of us.
मैं एक एग्जांपल बताना चाहती हूँ कि एक गांव में 70 साल की महिला कचौड़ी बेच रही थी। मैंने उससे जब उन्हें कहा कि कचौड़ी की पेमेंट करने के पैसे नहीं है तो मैं कैसे करूँ, क्योंकि मेरी गाड़ी में मेरा पर्स था, तो उन्होंने
Drunk Delhi cop rams into a citizen. Drunk on power and covering up the truth. Uniformed and unchecked, Republic exposes the rot. Debating tonight at 8 p.m. Thank you for joining us on This Is Exclusive. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on Indian television, we have the Palestine ambassador in the studios of Republic TV. For the first time on television in India, the Palestine ambassador has opened up on what's going on in Gaza. That's our focus on This Is Exclusive, and we're coming to you on the show this evening with some pictures never seen before that explains a very, very organized cover-up of the BMW luxury killing. That and more on the show. Here are the headlines. In the backdrop of shifting powers, changing global alliances for the first time ever, Republic interviews a big voice from Palestine, the ambassador, Hussam Zomlot, on Republic. In an exclusive conversation with Republic, the Palestinian ambassador makes a key remark on the war with Israel, says America is making Israel fight its war in Gaza. Raids being carried out at the residence of Pooja Khetkar's family home in Pune days after. Her family is accused of kidnapping a truck driver. Khetkar's now on the run. Major embarrassment for the Delhi police in the BMW luxury killings case. Pictures with Republic tell you the full story. And there's another breaking story from Delhi of the police. Two stories coming up on the show tonight. Getting in some breaking news right now, ladies and gentlemen, of an emergency landing that has taken place at about 5 p.m. this evening. A Hyderabad-bound Air India Express flight has made an emergency landing at the Visakhapatnam airport after a bird hit. Air India Express flight has made an emergency landing in Visakhapatnam Story being broken by Harsha, my colleague. Passengers are safe. We have a word, also an official confirmation from Visakhapatnam that all passengers are safe and that the flight has landed. Harsha with a quick update coming in from Vizag. Harsha.
Yes, Niranjan, you rightly spoke about the breaking. So it was the Hyderabad-bound Air India Express 2648. It was supposed to leave at 2:38 p.m. Around 10 nauticals round it made in the air after taking off from the Vizag airport. But after just half an hour, the pilot had to make emergency landing. The ATC was informed immediately because there was a bird hit in the engine of the aircraft Air India Express, and the pilot noticed that there was a technical issue with the aircraft, and immediately it had to do the emergency landing. And that is the reason why immediately after half an hour, the flight came back to the Vizag airport. The takeoff was aborted after being 10 nautical miles in the air. Immediately after landing, it was checked that all the passengers are safe and sound. The passengers were all safe. The 103 passengers were seated in the Air India Express. This particular flight for today, the flight has aborted its takeoff for today. There's no substitute flight or alternate flight which could be arranged for the passengers for Hyderabad. So all the passengers will be taking off tomorrow from the Vizag airport. Back to you.
Thank you for joining us with those inputs, Harsha. Breaking story on top of 7 p.m. In an exclusive interview with Republic TV senior executive editor and my colleague Abhishek Kapoor, the Palestinian ambassador, for the first time on Indian television, in a very detailed interview, has spoken out on the war in Gaza, saying that the war is not just against Israel, but America and Israel. He says that while Washington claims to mediate, the Palestinian ambassador telling Republic TV that America is openly siding with Netanyahu government in orchestrating the war, saying Israel is actually fighting America's war. Here's an excerpt of that big exclusive.
Many things. To be very frank, just to tackle the issue to the United States of America Israeli war on Gaza. And I would like to repeat it, the United States of America and Israeli war on Gaza right now. We are doing many things to counter this war, this unfair war, of course. And on top of that, we have our priority.
You just said that it is an American and Israeli war on Gaza.
It's any rational one know that this is the United States of America, not America. United States of America war is United States of America and Israeli war on Gaza. But do you want me to repeat it?
I thought the Americans were mediating.
No, the American is part of this war on Gaza, against the Palestinian.
Is it because of the Trump administration's position?
No, before even Trump administration, because this war was erupted a long time ago, since November 2nd, 1917, when the United Kingdom, your occupier, your colonizer, issued the bill for...
You're saying the war did not start on October 7th?
Against the Palestinian people, yes. It was not started today. It was started...
No, I'm talking about the Hamas attack of October 7, you're denying it?
War, no, but you are talking about the war or the attack. There's a big difference.
The war going on in the present?
No, the war against the Palestinian people, because again, wording have a meaning. The war against the Palestinian people was starting by the issuing of the despicable, notorious bill for declaration by the United Kingdom.
I mean, sorry, but do we really want to begin with Balfour Declaration, or should we begin with October 7 for the present conversation?
Again, yes, I want to start by saying that when is the most important point to start tackling and analyzing the Palestinian issue? Could we analyze the Indian issue just by the 1857, the first war of, the first revolution or the first war of independence, or we should back again 200 or 150 years when the Indian people was enduring all of this unjust situation? If we're gonna analyze the issue by the attack
are we discussing a war of independence, or are we discussing the October 7
I'm talking about the
attack and the war that started?
I'm talking about the principle. You want me to, where is the exact point to start measuring the Palestinian issue? October 7, why you did not want to start by October 6th? Why you did not want to go to the root symptom analysis?
Can we split the conversation? I will go to the root and then we discuss Balfour Declaration.
No, because again, we have two schools of thought. when we are analyzing the current situation in Palestine, we have two schools of thought. The Zionist school of thought, which want us to remember and only to start measuring as if the galaxy itself was created in October 7th, and the rational school of thought. The rational school of thought was used to say that you should, if you want to analyze any political event, any issue, you should go to the root of it. Otherwise, you, the Indian people...
I have serious objection to this, but I would still persist with the conversation. I will discuss the root cause theory also. But before that, before you go to the root cause, do we look at what is happening in the present? So I began by asking Ambassador Shawish that what is your view on the present state of affairs in Gaza? If you can answer that.
Yes, I'm coming to this issue, but you know, sometimes because we are talking politics...
But I did not, I just began by asking, what's the present state of affairs?
What we are doing as the, the government of the state of Palestine, we are doing many things. We have our priority. The first and foremost issue is to stop the United States of America Israeli war on Gaza against the Palestinian people.
That's Ambassador Abdullah Abu Shawish, the Palestinian ambassador to India, who also claims in that interview with Abhishek Kapoor, my colleague, that Israel is not willing to take back hostages. Now, that's a contradictory claim to what Israel has been saying. Israel has been demanding hostages, but Palestinian ambassador claims in this interview that Israel does not really want the hostages back.
When this attack has happened, and it has led to Israel launching its war, which has gone on for about 2 years now. It's completed 2 years next month. And Israel has a very clear stated position that they will not end this war till Hamas is finished or all the hostages are back. My question is, since you are connected, and in my introduction I forgot to mention that you were born in Gaza in a relief camp. And as a refugee, yes, in a refugee camp, and you can connect emotionally, mentally, psychologically with the state of affairs there. Ambassador, my question is, what stops the Palestine Authority or the government of the state of Palestine to prevail upon Hamas to give the hostages back and end the war same day? Israel has said, we will end the war same day, give up the remaining 50-odd hostages back to us.
This is two things. What the Palestinian did, what President Abbas called for, and the other part is what Israeli is claiming. We should discuss both of them. Regarding the Palestinian president himself, President Abbas, from day one, even he was very clear, this should not be happen, the attack, and every single hostage should be back. He should not be even taken hostages, and every single Israeli and Palestinian hostages, because it's very important, should back to their home right now, yesterday if it is possible, but if not possible right now. We are talking about 52 Israeli hostages. Unfortunately, some of them was killed at the hand of the Israeli military operation. But we are talking about 10,800 Palestinian hostages. Anyone know about them? No one, unfortunately, know about. There are 10,800 Palestinian hostages in the Israeli jail, in the Israeli military camp, and in the Israeli concentration camp inside Israel right now. While all of them, without any exception, is enduring in a daily pace, subject to harsh treatment and enduring. They are suffering, and this is according not to us, according to the Israeli media and according to the appeal that made by some Israeli NGOs. They are enduring in a daily pace starvation since the day one of this war. So the other part of the issue.
Is it becoming then your hostages versus our hostages?
No. We will not put ourselves on the shoes of the Israeli occupation under any circumstance. We are very clear. Even if there is any single Palestinian hostages, the Israeli hostages, President Abbas was very clear, they should be back to their home. There is nothing called because we have, they should have. No. our clear-cut position. Every single Israeli hostages, they should not be even taken hostages.
I really commend you for taking this position, Ambassador.
Could you give me the other, because there is another part of your
please.
question, because you mentioned that Israel is saying that give us the hostages back. Israel is not interested of taking the hostages back at all, and this is something very clear from the very first day of the war. And I'm going to tell you, and this is not our wording, you can back to what the Israeli official is saying, what the Israeli hostages family is saying about their children and the host. Israel, even the last round of the Israeli, that they call it, the last round of the Israeli ground military operation, the chief of the military told the cabinet, the political cabinet, that since you want me to start in this operation, you should remove from the table bringing back the hostages. It's very clear. If they are intended to bring back the hostages, the one who is breaking the deal is Qatar. Then they attack the ones and Hamas leaders in Qatar to put an end to any single hope for ending the misery of the Israelis.
All right, we'll also be playing that full interview over the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, on to another big exclusive story. And pictures don't lie. Pictures don't lie. And this is why the police in Delhi should be careful before sticking their neck out for killers, for killer drivers. We're tracking the biggest twist yet in the sensational BMW case in Delhi, where a very influential person rammed into a finance ministry official, deputy secretary Navjot, killed. We now reveal tonight on This Is Exclusive what others tried to keep hidden. The shocking truth is this, ladies and gentlemen. The family of the accused killer driver Gaganpreet and the founders of New Life Hospital are not just professionally connected, they share a deep, close familial ties. Here's what Republic TV has uncovered. Remember the Dr. Shakuntala Kumar, the founder of New Life Hospital, who gave interviews to the media immediately after the incident? She claimed that patients were brought, and this is the lady, she claimed that patients were brought, treatment was given, and Navjot's wife requested to be taken to another hospital. But what she didn't disclose was her proximity to Gaganpreet's family. Look at these pictures, ladies and gentlemen. That's the doctor. That's the doctor. That is the killer driver. Her name is Gaganpreet. And look at the third window. That is the doctor with the killer driver. Now, that is the reality. So she claimed, she made it seem like it was a case of first aid being given to someone in a hospital following an accident, and that Navjot's wife requested to be moved to another hospital, and she claimed, and the irony is, she was standing next to a police officer. Let's show you that image from Saturday and Sunday, the first video where she's speaking to the media. If you go full frame to that video, you can see her standing right next to the police. The police, the Delhi police, stood with her all along, and they didn't say a word. And all of these days, last few days, the Delhi police has been saying, that they're trying to find out who the real owner is. They stood next to the real owners. The killer driver in this picture, you can see on the extreme left, Gaganpreet, and that's Gaganpreet's mother and the doctor. These are pictures, these are exclusive pictures on Republic TV that we have accessed, exclusive pictures showing the link. And this is the link. The directors of New Life Hospital include none other than Javinder Singh. Javinder Singh is Gaganpreet, the driver's father, and Akshay Kumar. Akshay Kumar is the doctor's son. So they're all linked, and they're all owners, they're the directors, and the evidence doesn't really end there. Take a look at the pictures and the document trail that we have, ladies and gentlemen. You can see Gaganpreet and her family members side by side, and that's Gaganpreet, her father, and Akshay Kumar, the doctor who you just saw. Her own son, Akshay Kumar, is a director. It proves that this was never just an accident. It was a big cover-up in Delhi, a desperate attempt to protect a family's name, perhaps, power, and also influence. And Javinder Singh is the father of Gaganpreet. So this is such a big cover-up. And the reason why we are doing this story and exposing more and more details is that, ladies and gentlemen, the Delhi police has lied to all of us. They've lied because they were at the hospital, they were standing next to these doctors. But it appears that they tried to hide the truth about who the real owners were. They claimed they didn't know who the owners were. They stood next to the owners all along. They just played along. They said, we are looking for the owners, we are probing who the owners are. And it was never revealed. They claimed they didn't know, but they knew all along. That's the story. I'm going across now to Akhil. Akhil is joining us live. Akhil, this is bizarre. I mean, I look at this. The hospital, did you know this, Akhil? Did you know that the doctor Shakuntala Devi, let me show that window again, the 3 window, right? Look at the 3 window, that's the doctor Shakuntala Devi, you'll see there on the left of your screen. And in the middle is the killer driver Gaganpreet. And on the right, the reality. Shakuntala Devi, the doctor you see there and the killer driver knew each other. There are so many pictures of them together. They were owners. For God's sake, they were owners. Did the police tell you that? The police stood next to the doctor when the press conference happened. Akhil, did you know that? Did you know they were the owners?
Absolutely, Niranjan. That's the shocking part, because I've been trying to get an interview from Shakuntala as well. For that, I've waited for almost 6 hours. The hospital administration denied. They have been constantly saying that, okay, you will have to wait. We will get one interview aligned with the director of the New Life Hospital. But finally, we won't be able to get that very interview with the Shakuntala Devi. Because if you see, in this very case, Shakuntala is the wife of the owner of that very hospital. And right now, after her husband basically passed away during the COVID, since then, she has been managing that very hospital. And she's also the head of the gynae department as well. And she is the very relative of the accused Gaganpreet, who basically led the Delhi police during the entire investigation. Because if you see, Niranjan, what has happened, initially when accused Gaganpreet was questioned by the Delhi police in connection with this entire fiasco, what we have seen that during the statement which was recorded by the Delhi police, she denied any kind of relations with the New Life Hospital administration. But when we expose it in that direction, what we have got to know that New Life Advanced Diagnostics, and apart from that, New Life Hospital has got close links with the New Life director as well. And if you see, we have got a lot of pictures. Okay. Apart from them, when I basically spoke to the staff members over there in the very hospital, they said to us on the camera itself, Niranjan, that hospital unke mama ji ka hai, unke relative ka hai.
Yeah, Akhil, only because I'm running out of time, I'm leaving it at that. But ladies and gentlemen, it's such a bizarre story. The police knew but did nothing. They pretended they didn't know. And here's the most shocking aspect. The same Delhi police, such a disastrous week for them, covered up in that story. And today, you had a story, an insane story of the Delhi police ramming into a citizen in Delhi. And the Delhi policemen who were inside that vehicle that rammed into a tea cellar were allegedly drunk. There were bottles found, liquor bottles, and a badge found. What's going on in the national capital? That's our debate at 8 p.m. Thanks for watching. This is Exclusive. Drunk Delhi cop rams into a citizen. Drunk on power and covering up the truth. Uniformed and unchecked, Republic exposes the rot. Debating tonight at 8 p.m. Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रूंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रूंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
पहाड़ों में हाइकिंग शिप भी बन सकती है।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, एवरीडे।
त्योहार की खुशियां होंगी डबल। हुंडई सुपर डिलाइट डेज में आपकी मनपसंद कार्स पर मिल रही है कमाल के डील्स। वैसे लोगे तो आप हुंडई, चाहे दिल की सुनो या डील्स की।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जलजीरा मसाला।
प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, एवरीडे।
When he was walking around the building, and this is his first entry, he felt this office looks very nice, beautiful, elegant from outside, but is it suitable for a modern government? That was one of the first things that struck him, that this office is just not equipped even like the Gujarat Chief Minister's office. 10 years down the road, what are you seeing? He is constructing new offices. He's built a new parliament. He's building a new central vista. And these two buildings, the North Block and South Block, which are a legacy of the British time, are going to become two major museums. So the seed of that idea germinated the first day he entered these buildings and realized that these offices are not modern enough. So this is the first kind of interface I had with the Prime Minister.
We are about to inaugurate and unveil Netaji's statue at the India Gate. There was a canopy which was vacant since 1968. This canopy earlier housed King George V. It was removed, and then many names did come up that their statue would be installed. But for whatever reason, that remained vacant. But I think, again, a very clear decision was taken by Narendra Modi that the liberator of India, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's statue, should adorn the canopy at India Gate, and that is a strategic location for this great man to be placed, who would stand tall looking over the India Gate.
एक बार एक दिव्यांग आए थे और उसने कहा था कि सर मुझे ये सहायता नहीं मिली हुई है। उसका प्रश्न तो हमने ले लिया।
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड, मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी एमडीएच का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप जीरा सिप एमडीएच का जल जीरा सिप एमडीएच का जल जीरा सिप।
भारत की अपनी दुकान इंडिया सोना,
अपने देश का सामान इंडिया सोना,
इंडिया सोना,
इंडिया सोना।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा
मसाला केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे, केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
अब छोलिया हो या लोबिया, सफेद चने या काले चने,
सब कुछ मजेदार बने।
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
the biggest takeaway of each meeting with the Prime Minister when we come out is the abundant love he has got for Tamil culture and Tamil people. That is like, you can see he gets very excited. And when I had the opportunity to meet him in Delhi before his Tamil Nadu visit, I just opened my mouth, sir, we welcome you to Tamil Nadu, next week you're coming to Chennai. Immediately became like a child. He's like, yeah, I'm coming, I want to meet, I'm very excited to come to Tamil Nadu. His love for Tamil Makkal, that is something which you got to be there to realize it. I don't think any non-Tamilian who's not born in Tamil Nadu, born somewhere in the country, the kind of love he has got for Tamil Makkal, Tamil culture, Tamil people, I don't think anybody in the world has got that except Honorable Prime Minister. That is why we keep telling that he has got that Purva Janma connection to Tamil Nadu. So that he becomes like a child. He becomes very enthusiastic. So that is something, a key takeaway every time you walk out. Something related to Tamil Nadu, Tamil culture, he gets excited. He talks about the oldest language in the world. He talks about our rich heritage, the quality of the architecture here, the finesse with which our temples are made. So all those very deep study. Recently we brought out a book also, Prime Minister's connection to Tamil Nadu. So it's a big compendium of everything he has done for the state. So when we had the opportunity to present this to the Honorable PM also, and I made an attempt to tell him that even big leaders, big politicians within Tamil Nadu don't have this body of work with respect to what they have spoken for Tamil Nadu. And PM is like, no, that I always love Tamil people, I always love Tamil culture, right from my Gujarat time, right from my Pracharak time. So it comes from, for me, naturally from within my personality. So that is something that is very amazing for all of us.
मैं एक एग्जांपल बताना चाहती हूँ कि एक गांव में 70 साल की महिला कचौड़ी
Hello and welcome. You're watching The Trending Show with me, Akanksha Khajuri, and this evening we bring you the top trending stories of the day. First up, we don't want to scare you, but Kerala is on high alert as the state is grappling with a serious public health crisis. There's been a spike in the cases of brain-eating amoeba, 19 deaths in the last few weeks. And over the next few minutes, we will tell you what you can do to protect yourself. And next, we will show you a heated debate between FBI director and the Democratic senator, a shouting match over destruction of the law enforcement agencies in the United States. And then to India's javelin throw star Sachin Yadav, who put a stunning show at the World's Athletic Championship in Tokyo. He stole the spotlight from Neeraj Chopra, finishing fourth, just short of a bronze medal. And lastly, US President Donald Trump is in the United Kingdom and met with King Charles. We'll tell you all about the royal affair there. Let's get started. Kerala health authorities are on high alert as there's a spike in the case of primary amoebic meningitis, or it is called as PAM, a brain infection with a high death rate. The infection is caused by a brain-eating amoeba, and this year Kerala has recorded 61 confirmed cases of PAM and 19 deaths, with many of these deaths being reported in the past few weeks. Now, what is PAM? PAM is a rare but deadly infection that attacks the central nervous system. And according to a Kerala government note, the disease destroys brain tissues, leading to severe swelling and, in most cases, death as well. It typically affects otherwise healthy children, teenagers, and young adults. And the health officials have warned that PAM caused by the so-called brain-eating amoeba is linked to a warm, stagnant fresh water. The amoeba enters the body through the nose, usually while swimming, diving or bathing in contaminated water, and travels the brain. And most importantly, drinking such water does not cause the disease, is what the health authorities have said. The risk is rising with the climate change as hotter temperature, warm water bodies and more people turn to them for recreation. Experts are also, in fact, stressing that PAM cannot spread from one person to another. And joining me live on this bulletin is Dr. Sulfi Nuhu, an ENT specialist in Kerala. He's known for his work in the Indian Medical Association, where he's the Central Committee working member and a former state president as well. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to Republic TV. There are as many as 19 deaths that have been reported in the state of Kerala as far as this brain-eating amoeba is concerned. How worried should one be?
Yeah, actually, it is not it's not a huge outbreak, but there are sporadic cases of meningoencephalitis, amoebic meningoencephalitis, and this has got a very high mortality rate. That is what which is worrying. So these cases have, it's not the first time it's coming in Kerala. It has happened maybe years back also, and some other parts of the country also. But it just we have noticed that doctors have noticed that some patients are developing sudden features of meningoencephalitis, which is, as you said, in the initial stages itself, it's severe headache, vomiting, and fever. These triads, we started investigating into these patients, and we found that the meningoencephalitis is from the amoeba. And so basically the death rate is very high in the worldwide literature, but in Kerala, luckily we are able to save a few people, and then we are doing an extensive study on what is happening around. So what happens is that this amoeba enters into our nasal cavity, and then the nasal cavity it moves upwards, and there is a thin plate of bone which separates the nasal cavity from the brain, and then it enters into the brain, and then it causes the amoebic meningoencephalitis. So we have advised people not to. Usually, this amoeba is seen in many, like in ponds, rivers, swimming pools, and even in pipelines. In the household pipelines, it is seen in the inside area of that pipeline also. But then, the positive thing is that if you allow that amoeba to enter into your nasal cavity and into the brain, then only it happens. We can definitely prevent that by definitely not swimming in dirty water and all. And if at all you are swimming in a pond or a river, don't go deep into the muddy area. And if you inhale that water into your mouth, then it is a high probability of you getting, if it is contaminated. All waters are not all water containing sources are not contaminated, but then there are sources like that. Even in households, this has to be emphasized. It seems, if in households and all, if there is a if you have a habit of putting water into your nasal cavity, and if you try to clean that, it may get into your brain if that contains that amoeba. So that's it for now, and we can definitely thinking about other possibilities of preventing further infection in Kerala.
Absolutely. So definitely no diving or swimming in stagnant water is what you're saying. But it is good that you've mentioned that there's nothing to worry about, but the death rate is very high. From 2016 to 2023, sir, as per the reports, there were only 8 cases. But this year alone, there were as many as more than 61 cases is what was reported in the state of Kerala. 19 deaths in the last few weeks. So what do you think led to the spurt in the cases as far as the brain-eating amoeba is concerned?
Yeah, I think it's basically in medical field, in medical science, what you think is the basic thing is that if you look for something, you will find it. If you look for something, you will find it. That is exactly what is happening in Kerala also. It is not that it is not a mild illness. We are not trying to defend and all. We are looking for something which is happening to these patients. That's why we were able to identify this amoeba, and we have localized this amoeba, we have understood that's a basic thing. We know that this is the causative agent. That's the primary thing that has already happened. That's a positive angle in this entire episode. And now the worrisome thing is that there may be some other causes, or maybe some other changes which has happened to this amoeba, or maybe some changes in our immunological status or something else. That part we have to study. That study is going on. So the increased death right. is the alarming thing. It may be the high fatality rate, but that's the most important thing. If you start the treatment earlier, the possibility of your recovery is very high. That is also there. That's why if you have any symptoms of this thing, like fever, vomiting, headache, please do take medical advice.
Absolutely. So there's nothing to worry about. In fact, people should stay away from diving or swimming into stagnant water, is what doctor has said. Thanks so much, sir, for speaking to Republic TV. And now we have a breaking news coming in. As far as the brother of Lalit Modi is concerned, this is Samir Modi, brother of fugitive Lalit Modi, was arrested by the Delhi police in connection with a rape case. And this happened just a while back, is what we're learning. And officials had said that Modi, who's 55-year-old, was taken into custody at the IGI airport while he was attempting to board a flight, and the case relates to a complaint that was filed earlier by his former live-in partner, and the case was registered at the New Friends Colony police station in southeast Delhi, and the police has claimed that the women allegedly demanded 50 crore to settle the matter. No official statement has been issued by Delhi police so far, but we're learning that in fact Samir Modi will be produced before a court, and in fact police will seek his custody for more interrogation. So businessman Samir Modi, who is the brother of fugitive Lalit Modi, has been arrested by the Delhi police in connection with a rape case. We'll try and connect with our reporter to learn more about what this case is all about, and when will Samir Modi will be taken to the court for production, and in fact the police custody as well. But what we're learning so far, as far as Delhi police is concerned, that a case was registered in New Friends Colony police station, and his former live-in partner had claimed that there has been, in fact, the rape charges. And now shifting our focus, FBI Director Kash Patel and Senator Cory Booker clashed in a fiery Senate Judiciary Committee hearing on Tuesday, with Booker accusing Patel of causing a generational destruction of the FBI, and Patel firing back, calling Booker an embarrassment. And this heated exchange, which even had Republican Chairman Chuck Grassley struggling to regain control, touched a high-profile case like Charlie Kirk's killing in Jeffrey Epstein, as well as the allegation of the political retribution. Watch this high-octane tense showdown.
If you want to work on bringing this country, it's my time, not yours.
My God.
If you want to talk about
fighting this country,
it is
I
my
follow
time.
you on your social media posts that
It is
tear
my
this country
time
apart.
to address
There should be a
your
unifying-
falsehoods.
Oh,
You are an
you can try
embarrassment
all
to the
you
division
want
in this country.
to not take
It is my
responsibility
time.
for what
You
you
had
have
your
said.
time.
Sir, you're
Your
making a
time is
mockery of this
over.
committee. Sir, you don't tell me my time is over.
You
the
know how
people
far
of New
we've
Jersey
come
tell me
since
what my
you
time
tell-
is.
Senator-
You can't lecture me.
You can tell me
Sir,
my time's
you have-
over?
You may be in charge of the
I'm not
FBI,
going
but
anywhere.
I am.
FBI Director Kash Patel faced tough questioning during the heated Senate Judiciary Committee hearing regarding the handling of the senior agent firings, the Charlie Kirk investigation, and his plan to treat the drug trafficking groups like foreign terrorist organization. And Patel pushed back against Democrats, calling the attack disgraceful, and emphasized that allegations of illegal political retribution are completely unfounded. Watch as the exchange builds on the scrutiny and tension surrounding the tenure.
Appears that you terminated these two agents. Why?
I'm not going to get into personnel decisions that we made.
So you're not accountable for your decisions to take people who've served our country so admirably and terminate them without any cause?
That's a one-sided story. Anyone that has been terminated from the FBI, generally
your
speaking,
side of the story.
fail to meet the needs of the FBI and uphold their constitutional duties. And you providing a one-sided story from your perch is absolutely disgraceful, because the men and women of the FBI deserve better. And your attack on the current leadership of the men and women of the FBI is equally disgraceful, because now you're attacking the leaders that are our brave SACs in the field who are doing the job that this country needs.
It's
and
disgraceful.
we will continue to do it.
Excuse me, it's disgraceful when Mr. Meyer and Mr. Giardina, who served our country so well, are terminated apparently because of the rants of a broadcaster.
That is your opinion. It is not a fact.
And once again, the FBI director defended himself amid the accusation that he politicized the agency and pursued retribution against perceived Donald Trump's adversaries. The hearing saw testy exchanges, including Patel calling Senator Adam Schiff a disgrace and him firing back in kind. In fact, Patel also addressed a Jeffrey Epstein case, saying that FBI had no credible information that Epstein trafficked others, while acknowledging prior investigators were limited due to the non-persecution agreement. Watch as the sparks fly among the senator and the FBI director.
You are the biggest fraud to ever sit in the United States Senate. You are a disgrace to this institution and an utter coward.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised that you continue to lie from your perch and put on a show so you can go raise money for your charade. You are a political buffoon at best.
Well, you can take an internet troll.
Take it to the bank that the FBI is protecting this country and the state and citizens of the California. We are bringing historic reform. Point of order.
You are FBI Director Kash Patel then faced tough question from Pramila Jayapal over Epstein files, with Jayapal demanding answers about possible cover-up and whether Patel had met Epstein's victim. The hearing got heated, but Patel kept insisting that the FBI has released all the credible info that it can, and strongly denied any cover-up in this case, also saying that his team is focused on catching the child predator. Watch how the showdown played out.
You are so interested in getting the public to submit any information. Why have you not met with them? You said you haven't met with them. Have you met with them? I'll give you one more chance.
My job as the FBI director is to invite all
Is the answer yes or
investigative
no
leads.
to whether or not you met with these women who were sexually abused and raped?
Any insinuation by you or any
What
people
is
on
the
your
end?
side that I am not manhunting child predators and sex traffickers, just look at the
Mr.
stats.
Patel,
And you talk
Mr.
about
Chairman,
cover-ups, man.
Mr. Chairman,
you
this
talk
is
about
my time,
cover-ups.
and I will take as much time as
Where
I
were
want.
you during the
Instruct
Obama
the
and
witness,
Biden
Mr.
administrations
Chairman.
when these so-called
Instruct the
cover-ups were
witness.
going on?
Mr.
Why didn't
Chairman.
anyone in those administrations talk to any of these
Mr.
purported
Chairman.
witnesses?
Let's
I
get
have
some regular order, Mr.
every
Chairman.
single person to provide credible information.
And now to a good news. India saw a surprise twist in men's javelin final at the World's Athletics Championship today. And Sachin Yadav stole the spotlight from Neeraj Chopra, finishing fourth with a personal best throw of 86.27 meters, just short of a bronze medal. For Neeraj Chopra, it was a rare off day. His best throw of 84.03 meters was below even his qualification mark of 84.85 meters, leaving him without a medal for the first time ever since Tokyo Olympics in 2021. The event also threw up surprises elsewhere as well. Pakistan's Olympic champion Arshad Nadeem could manage only a 10th place finish. The gold went to Trinidad and Tobago's with season best throw of 88.16 meters. Grenada's Anderson Peters claimed silver at 87.38 meters, and USA's Curtis Thompson secured bronze at 86.67 meters. While India could not finish on the podium, it is safe to say that India certainly got a rising star in Sachin Yadav. We do hope that his terrific rise continues. Hot off the plate and straight to your television screens, here are the top trending stories of the day. Day one of US President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump's UK state visit was a regal affair at the Windsor Castle. The King Charles III and Queen Camilla hosted a glittering state banquet alongside the beating retreat ceremony. Queen Camilla, in fact, radiated timeless royal elegance, while Melania Trump brought her trademark glamour, making it an evening where tradition, style and diplomacy intertwined. A formal ceremonial welcome at Windsor Castle saw President Donald Trump greeted with the largest ever guard of honor for such an occasion. King Charles and Trump shared a warm laugh as they inspected the guards, with the King Charles joking, "Watch the sword," as a guard passed close by Donald Trump. In Mohali, the National Lok Adalat has dismissed the FIR against rapper Yo-Yo Honey Singh after reviewing the police closure report. The case stemmed from his 2018 track Makna, which had faced allegation of obscene and derogatory lyrics. Now, 6 years later, the rapper walks free of the charges. Deepika Padukone seems to be going through a rocky phase when it comes to big-ticket projects. After being replaced in Sandeep Reddy Venga's Spirit earlier this year, the actor has now been officially dropped from another Prabhas starrer, the sequel to Kalki 2898 AD. On his New Heights podcast, Travis Kelce told Jimmy Fallon that he and Taylor Swift are live music kind of people, hinting a band might feature at their wedding. And with this Kansas City steakhouse now open, Travis says that wedding planning is the next step, though football remains the focus for him. His brother is already lobbying to be the best man, and despite speculation, reports suggest that the couple are not rushing plans and want to keep things very intimate. Meta has unveiled its breakthrough Ray-Ban display glasses, the first with the built-in screen. The smart shades allow users to access apps, messages, navigation and translation features all through one hand gesture. And NASA is undergoing a quiet transformation. The recent executive order redefined the agency's core function, adding intelligence, counterintelligence, and national security work to its portfolio. And at the same time, the Trump administration has proposed budget cuts for 2026, even as President pushes for mission to the moon, Mars, and NASA only focusing on exploration is now balancing space dreams with defense duties. And ABC has suspended Jimmy Kimmel's late-night talk show indefinitely following his controversial remarks about the death of activist Charlie Kirk. The network has not announced when or if the show will return, leaving late-night television without one of its long-standing hosts. Speaking of Kimmel, he took aim at Donald Trump, personally accusing him of mourning his friend, how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish. Now, Disney-owned ABC said that the talk show would be taken off air immediately and with immediate effect as well. And when it was, Trump celebrated the news publicly, posting, in fact, an all-tech social platform, Truth Social, writing congratulations to ABC and retaliating by stating Kimmel has zero talent. The probe into the Bareilly firing at actor Disha Patni's house has uncovered CCTV footage showing two accused, Nakul and Vijay, at a petrol pump. Police said that the duo carried out multiple recce's before this attack, and this comes a day after two other shooters linked to the case were gunned down in Ghaziabad encounter. French President and his First Lady have filed a defamation lawsuit in USA against conservative commentator Candace Owens. The suit claims that Owens spread false claims that Brigitte Macron was born a male under the name of Jean-Michel. The Macrons have in fact said that the allegations are completely baseless, defamatory and deeply harmful. And this is all we could pack for you in this trending at 7:30. Coming up next is the debate with Arnab Goswami. Keep watching Republic TV. Good night.
Co-powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho Befikar.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मम्मा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा।
Last night, someone stole my car. Well, almost. But Cubo AI stopped him with an automatic spotlight and a blaring alarm.
Cubo smart security cameras. Not just record, it protects.
MDH की हल्दी मिर्ची धनिया करे कमाल, ये रंग दे, ये खुशबू दे, ये तीखा, ये कम पड़े, क्या निराला MDH मसाला। आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता, उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ, 8 मिनट में तैयार, क्या टेस्ट है, सब का राजा आर प्योर मसाला।